longest unequal adjacent groups subsequence to. So this is a hard problem and it is having something like an acceptance rate of 30 for now. So please do like and subscribe to my channel if you have understood my explanation. Now we are having, you are given with string array words and an array groups of array groups, both arrays having length n. So we are given with two arrays. One is of strings, one is of uh, integers. So this is our groups array and this is our words array. Now the Hamming distance between two strings of equal length is the number of positions at which the corresponding characters differ. Now let us look at an example and understand what is this Hamming distance mean. Now I am taking two strings B, C, C, D, A. Now this is string 1 and this is string 2. Now let us see at is the Hamming distance is number of positions which at which corresponding characters differ. Now these two differ, so the Hamming distance for now is 1. These two differ, for now the Hamming distance is 2. These two does not differ. These two does not differ. But these two differ. So the total Hamming distance for now is 3. So for these two strings, the Hamming distance is 3. Now, I think you understood what's the Hamming distance. You need to select the longest subsequence from an array of indices. So this all this description, I'll tell you what are they asking. Now we will be having adjacent words, right? We'll be having adjacent words. Now this will be some word, this will be some word in our subsequence. Now I also need to explain what is the subsequence. Subsequence is nothing but taking and not taking a word. Now I take this, I take this, I take and all this, but it is not a subset, right? Subset is nothing but the order can be changed, but here the same order is maintained. Now I think you understood what is a subsequence mean. Now you have these two words, there are three conditions: first, second, third. Now first condition is two adjacent words should have same size. Now let us see, they both will be having a same size. Now the Hamming distance should be 1. Now let us see what is the third condition. Now the third condition is group numbers should be differed. Now, same size, that means if this is of the size of 3 and this should be also of the size of 3, Hamming distance should be 1. That means in these two strings or words, there should be only one uh, unequal character, differing character. Now, groups differ. That means here we are given with groups, right? We are given with groups. So, if this is 1, this should not be 1. It should be 2 or 3 or somewhere, but it should not be 1. Now, this is the three conditions. I think for now you have understood the question, and the examples which are given in the description, I think they are not enough to understand the problem. Now, what I am doing is take this BAB. Now, what is the next thing that I can take? I'll be giving you this conditions here. Now, BAB. Now, can I take this CAB? Let us see. Same size? Yes. Hamming distance 1. Hamming distance 1, let us see. These two are only the different characters. Yes. Hamming distance is 1. Groups differ 1 and 2. Yes, groups differ. So, I am taking this subsequence. Now, CAB. From CAB, I am taking C. Now, let us see. Same size? No. The first condition itself is false. Now, the same size is itself not satisfying. So, this shouldn't be our subsequence. Now from CAB, let's go to B. Are they of same size? No. So the first condition itself is false. So let me go to the next. CAB and CAC. Same size? Yes, they are of same size. Hamming distance 1. CAB. CA, they both are equal, but B is the only one differing character. So the Hamming distance is 1. Now, groups differ? No, there are no groups. The groups are same. So this is the false condition. So this is not the subsequence that I can take. Now I can take, let us see, CAB and DAB, both of same size. Yes, the Hamming distance 1. CAB, C and D are only the characters which are differing. AB are same. So Hamming distance is 1. Groups differ 2 and 1. Yes, the groups are differing. Now let us go to the another one. Yes, here I have from DAB. I want to go to first. Let us see with A. Now same size. No, the first condition is itself false. DAB, DAD, DA are same. B and D are different. So yes, of same size, Hamming distance is 1. Let us see groups are differing or not. Yes, they are different. So let us go to the next, and is of same size? No. So for now, I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 as the longest subsequence for now till this index. So till this index I got 4 as the longest subsequent size. But if you see, we are not asked with the size. We need to return a string array consisting the words corresponding to the indices in order in the selected subsequence. So what if, for example, I am storing, for now I have 4 as the longest subsequence. Now here what I want to store is this index. For now, I have to give indices. Here, what I store, what is the previous index that is valid for a subsequence, and it is also having a longer subsequence previously. Now, the index, what I need to store here is 5. So, I name this array as previous array. I think you understood for now. Previous array. Now, this will store 1 as the previous index. Now, 1 will store 0 and 0 will be storing nothing. Now, let us see. For now, I got 4 as the answer. Let us see whether do I get another subsequence which of some other length or greatest length for now. Now, I have I have started from here. First, suppose what if I started from here? Then can I go here? Yes, they are of same size and Hamming distance is, I think, 1. Yes, there is only one character differing in both of the strings. Now, do the groups differ? No, because 3 and 3 are equal. These are the groups, right? These are the groups. Now, so these two can't be in a subsequence. So let us see. From C I have started. From C, can I go CAC? No. Same size? No. Right. From C to DAB? No. They are not of same size. From C to A, they differed by 1, and also the of same size, the Hamming distance is 1, and the groups differ. So it can be our subsequence. Now can I go from A to DAD? They are not even of same size. Now from A I can go to B. Now what I said, at this index I want to store the longest subsequence length. So let us see. If I want the longest subsequence length, here itself I got 4. Now here I got 3. So till this index, what I have to store is, let me name that array as dp. That's what I'm storing. So dp of I stores the longest subsequence length. Now, and previous of I stores the previous index of word. Now, let us see what happens here. So, here I would get 4 instead of 3. Why? Because here itself I got from DAD, DAB, CAC and DAB, right? I think I am clear. right? Sorry, it should be not CAC, it should be CAB, right? So this is the fourth length I got, and here I would store 4 as the answer. Now, you might be wondering, right, how can I get the previous word or the previous one? So let me just refine it. Now, you might be wondering the same thing. How can I get this previous one? How can I get it? So, here itself, I'll be storing just 1. Here, the longest subsequence till now is just 1. Here, it is just 2. Why? Because I'm just taking this, right? Now, when I just go here, then this will be rejected, but I will start from 1. Now, this will be my, so here in this dp of I, what I'll store? What I'll store is, for now, I have just 1. Now, initially it will be 0, right? So, 1 plus 1, sorry, initially it will be 1. So, any single word can be our subsequence. So, now it is 1. Now, 1 is here, DAB, and I am adding this one to this word. So I am just taking a subsequence of length 2. So here it will change to 2 because it is the maximum from both. Now, when I get here something like so, now, okay, I got from here, I got 1. From here, I got 1. Now, what this will store in the same manner, what it will store is just 1 here. Here is just 1, is just 1. But here it got 1. Now, 1 plus 1 will be 2. Now, it is storing 2. Remember, it is storing 1 and it is storing 2, and it stored 1, but I got here and from I got 1 subsequence, so it is storing 2 here. Now, what I'll do is iterate from starting to this index I, right? From starting to this index I. From this, I got only 1 as the previous subsequence. Now here, I got 2. So this is the maximum, right? So if I add 2 to just 1, then what is the maximum? The maximum is 3. Now, what this will be storing in previous, this will first, when it got here, it will store 0. But when I got here, right? When it got here and the dp of j, so I am iterating with j and this will be my I. So j, dp of j plus 1 is greater than dp of I. So at that moment, it will change the previous of I to j. Where is our j? The j is here at index 1. So previous of I will be 1. I think it is clear for you right now. Now, I have said you what dp of I stores. Now what I said, for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, I will be starting from for int j is equal to 0, j is less than I, j plus plus, j plus plus. So if dp of j plus 1 is greater than dp of I, and I also have to check that dp sorry, words of j and words of I are okay to be a subsequence. I check that by taking these 3, right? I check by these 3 things. So how do I check it? So wait a second. How do I check it? Now, I just call for having distance function by taking words of j and words of I. So what it will be returning? It will return, if they both are of different size, it will return 2. Now let me write the having distance function first. Having distance will be taking string s1, string s2, and if s1 dot size is not equal to s2 dot size, instead I just make it as a boolean function, right? S2 dot size and S1 dot size are not equal, return false. Now int count is equal to 0 for int I is equal to 0, I is less than S1 dot size I plus plus. So they both are of same size. Why? Because here itself we are returning false if they both are of unequal size. Now if S1 of I is not equal to S2 of I, increment the count. Now at the last, return count is equal to what? If it is equal to 1, then it will return true. If not, it will return false. Now, there is another thing, that digits of j is not equal to digits of I. Then only I can increment. That means I can take that subsequence. Now, here, if I take that subsequence, previous of I will be j, and dp of I will be dp of j plus 1. I think for now it's clear. So by adding the previous subsequence for now to the current word, I am getting the longest subsequence stored in it, here and then here. So if I am having 4 as the longest subsequence length, and here if I had 5, then where should I start with? Should I start with 4? No, I should start from here and go to the previous index and then previous and then previous. So I would take two elements, max length and also max index. Now let us see what happens. Now here it is having a max index. That means here it is having the previous index will be the max index. Previous index it is having like 3. So this is the index 3. Now this is storing the previous index as 1. Now if I go to 1, it is having a previous index of 0. Then it will go to 0. So instead of just going, let me change it by max index. Max index initially will be 3, and it will go to this 3. And what is the previous index of 3? Previous index of 3 is 1. Then my max index will become 1. Now max index is 1. What is the previous index of 1? It is 0. Now it will go to previous index of 0. It is having nothing. So I'll take by iterating max index and also max length, right? For int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, max index is changed only when if dp of I is greater than max length. Then what I need to do, max length is equal to dp of I, and then max index is equal to I. So for now I think it's clear. Now we'll be initializing vector string result and starting with something like while max index is greater than or equal to 0. Now I have the max index at the last index, right? So the first thing, result dot pushback words of max index, and then max index will be equal to previous of max index, right? So at last I'm going in the reverse of the subsequence. So reverse the actual result dot begin the array result dot end, at the last return result. So this is the whole algorithm. It means just like a code for this problem. Now I think for now it's clear, and if you have any doubts, just go in the comment section and comment your doubt, and I'll be helping you out. And if you like my explanation, do share to your friends and also like and subscribe. Thank you.